Do you want to know how to live well and save money on your frugal living journey? In this video, I'm going to give you 20, yes, 20 habits that will help you save money and live better on your frugal living journey. And don't forget to stick around to the very end for an inspiring quote that you really are going to want to hear. Welcome! I'm Amy, and here at Frugal Over 50, I give you tips and tools for frugal living, all personally tested by me. Now let's get right to these 20 tips. Number 1, sleep. If you get enough sleep, you are less likely to be tempted to make impulse purchases because you have better judgment. If you are not getting enough sleep, if you are not getting good sleep, then your judgment is impaired and you may find yourself making impulse purchases or making purchasing decisions that you shouldn't ought to have made. If you get enough sleep, your brain is firing on all cylinders and you won't make such impulsive purchasing decisions. So make sleep a priority on your frugal living journey. In addition, I'm going to link below the reports of a study that shows that people who sleep well have a 42% less chance of having a heart attack. So sleep is good for your frugal life and also just for your life. Number 2, eat. Make sure that you eat regularly and that you eat nutritious food. I am not a nutritionist, so I am not here to tell you what to eat or when to eat or how to eat it. But do some research on your own life, on your own body, on your own situation, and make sure that you are eating regularly and healthfully for your particular body type, for your particular health situations, for everything that's going on in your life. And I'm going to give you one recommendation. Make sure to eat your vegetables. Mom was right. Make sure that you're eating well so that you don't make decisions when you're hungry. You know that you shouldn't go grocery shopping when you're hungry because you'll buy all the potato chips and all the cookies and everything that's bad for you. Again, just like in sleep, if you're hungry, your judgment is impaired and you will make unwise purchasing decisions. If you are well fed at all times, then you will make better purchasing decisions. Number 3, drink water. Water is the fluid of life, and you need to drink plenty of it. People who talk about how much water to drink will give varying recommendations for how much we should be drinking every day. Find your perfect amount of water and drink it. When you are well hydrated, again, you are less likely to make unwise, impulsive purchasing decisions. So many times when we make small but continuous bad purchasing decisions, it's because we're thirsty. Drink a glass of water and see if you still want whatever it is. Number 4, budget. I talk here all the time about my very favorite budgeting program of all time, which is called You Need a Budget. And I always include a referral link for 34 days free trying out You Need a Budget. You need a budget not so that you can feel deprived. You need a budget not so that you can feel like you are left out of all of the action in the world, but for exactly the opposite reason. You need to budget so that you can track what you're spending, so that you can plan what you want to spend, and so that you can align your money with your priorities. When your money and your priorities are in line using a good budget, you can save so much more money and you can live so much better than if you just say, well, this week maybe I'll track a little bit, or next week I hope I won't spend so much. Don't make it up as you go along. Don't hope for the best. Be concrete about it. Have a budget. If you don't want to use a program like You Need a Budget, you can get free apps like Every Dollar, or even on Google Sheets there's a budget. You can always find something to help you and give you information, but you do need a budget. Number 5, get regular exercise. When you get regular exercise that's appropriate for your life situation, for your health, for everything that's going on with your body and your life, when you are in good shape mentally and physically, you are much less likely to make unwise purchasing decisions, and you are much more likely to make decisions that will help you to save money. Now, your exercise needs may be different than mine, or they may be the same as mine. I don't really know. But you do need to exercise. Remember that exercise gives us endorphins that help us to feel really good. And when we feel good, we don't reach out for purchasing decisions. We don't reach out to buy things in order to feel better. So get out there and do some exercise. Speaking of getting out there and doing some exercise, number 6 is go outside. Get outside any time of the year when the weather is appropriate for doing so. Get outside at least a little bit every day so that you can see the sun, so that you can see the sky, you can see the clouds, you can feel the breeze on your face. Being outside, especially if you live in a place where you can get connected to nature, is so important for our mental health, for our physical health. It takes up time that we might otherwise have spent shopping, and so it keeps us from the stores. It keeps us from those online clickies. It keeps us away from the things that are bad for us in purchasing, and it gets us out into the freshness. It gives us a whole new outlook. Just go outside and look up, and you can see a different world. Number 7, consider your personal hygiene. Now, this is something we might not have had to have a conversation about in past times, but many of us have been at home, mostly by ourselves or with just a few other people, for months now, and that's likely to continue for some time. It is the safest and best choice for those of us who are able to stay home, but it might mean you've been sitting around in that same shirt for the last 3 days, or you've been wearing the same pajamas for the last 2 weeks. Take care of yourself. Take a shower every day, wash your hair, do your face. Take care of all of those little personal things that just give you a little feeling of being spruced up. Even if the only person you're going to see today is yourself in the mirror and me on the other side of this computer screen, go ahead and fix yourself up. Take care to be clean, to be neat, to be well dressed for the activity that you're doing on this particular day. And if you're doing something nice and sweaty, like vacuuming, then go for it. And then take a shower and clean up. Make sure that you have taken care of cleaning yourself and personal hygiene and looking as good as you can, so that you're not reaching out for an unwise purchase because you think, oh, I don't look so great, I need to go buy something to make me look better. Nah. Just wash your face, wash your hair, put on a new shirt. You'll be fine. Now, besides keeping yourself clean and neat, keep your house clean and neat, especially if you're, again, one of those of us who's been at home most of the time for the last several months and who's looking at another several months to a year of being at home most of the time. You want your home to be home. And one of the ways it can be home is if you keep it clean. Find your own system. In fact, tell me in the comments, what system do you use to keep your home clean? Make sure that you're cleaning regularly so that you don't have a huge amount of stuff to clean, and make sure that you're cleaning carefully so that you're keeping your possessions in good condition. Now, just a few weeks ago, I posted a video with 5 top tips on how to get started with decluttering. And if you are thinking about cleaning your house and it's scaring you because you think, I've got so much clutter, go back and watch that video. It's a good one. It will help you get started and you will have a clean house. And then that can lead to the next tip, which is redecorate with what you already have. Once you have cleaned your house, and if needed, once you have decluttered, you may discover that you have some lovely things that you had just totally forgotten about. And you can certainly redecorate your house by moving the furniture around, by moving the pictures around on the walls, by uncovering and cleaning up that thing that was covered in stuff that you have now decluttered and putting whatever it is somewhere where it will be useful and beautiful. Make sure that you look at your home as a source for inspiration and as a source for resources, for redecorating, for making it look nice, for taking care of your things in a way that makes you feel at home. Number 10, now that you're feeling nice and at home and you're all cleaned up and you've exercised and you've drunk your water, what are you gonna do? Well, you're gonna cook. Make sure that you are preparing your own food. That nutritious food that you ate earlier, ideally you cooked it yourself. It may be that you love to cook and this is your favorite tip ever. It may be that you're like, I just want to get dinner on the table. I'm kind of that just want to get dinner on the table girl too. But if we cook, we know what's in our food. It makes our food taste better because we're learning all the time, we're improving our skills, and we're feeding ourselves food that we really want to eat. If you want to see what I love to eat, I have a short playlist on how I bake bread. I'm a big fan of baking bread at home. I'd love to have you go check out my videos on bread baking. If you don't eat bread, that's okay. Habit number 11, stick around here. Oh, hello! It's me, Editing Amy. I tried some new things today on this video that I'm editing for you right now as I'm talking to you, and some of them didn't work, and I lost some footage. So Editing Amy is stepping in with jazz hands to substitute for Professional Amy for the footage that she lost. And unfortunately, Professional Amy cut out right at the beginning of tip number 11. In tip number 11, I wanted to tell you to stick around here and subscribe to this channel. I love having you here, and we are growing so fast. I hope that you will hit the notification bell so you'll get notified first of new videos, and then give this video a like and share it with 10 or 20 or 100 of your closest friends. We're growing so fast right now. Let's keep growing. I really want you to stick around and tell me down below in the comments, what do you love about frugal living? Now let's go on to tip number 12. Take your medication. If you have medication to take, you may be thinking, oh, I don't know if I want to take it today, or I feel okay without it. Take your medication. If you're over 50, you probably have some kind of maintenance medication that you need to be on for something. And I'm telling you, I'm begging you, I'm jazz handing at you to say, please take your medication. Your body will thank you, and when you are taking your medication, your body will do better and you won't feel icky, and you will be able to resist the call of the impulse buy. I'm so glad you're here. I'm going to send you right back to Professional Amy now. Goodbye with some jazz hands. Number 13, attend to your health needs. If you are using shopping, especially impulse buying, as a way to make you feel better because you just don't feel well, then you need to attend to your health needs. Connect with your doctor if you are safe to do so. If not, make a plan for how you will connect with your doctor as soon as you are able. Make sure that you talk to your doctor about your symptoms, about any medications that you're taking, anything that's not working, any tests that need to be done that you've been putting off. Now is the time to make a plan for when you can see your doctor, or now is the time to see your doctor if you are not feeling well. Make sure that not feeling well doesn't become an excuse to just buy stuff. 14, here's a biggie for us these days, limit social media. Now, I don't mean to get off social media entirely, but what I'm talking about is, you know, that one social media site that every time you visit it, you feel a little nauseated. And every time you exit it, you feel a little more hopeless about your life. That's the one to limit. And in fact, if you have one or more that affect you like that, you might consider taking them entirely off of your phone, removing those bookmarks from your computer, and just getting rid of them so that you are not tempted to go and do something that feels bad. You know, when you hold this in your hand, your phone is right there, and you are holding something in your hand that's making you feel bad, you don't have to do that. Limit your social media to sources that inspire you, that feed your soul. Hopefully this channel is one of them, and you can probably think of a few others that you absolutely love, that always make you feel better. Those are the ones to focus on and get away from the rest. 15, so you need to shop. Well, we all do. Shop with a list. We know about grocery shopping with a list, but take a list with you anytime you need to shop, whether it's in person or online. If you've been shopping for a long time, you know about this. I'm just giving you a quick review. And then the next tip is do your research, especially before you're making a major purchase. A couple of weeks ago, I had a video for you about how to shop when you're on your frugal living journey. Make sure you go back and watch that, because I talk a whole lot in there about how to do your research. You want to make sure that you study up on what you want to buy so that you don't get caught out with something that you don't want and can't really use anyway, or that cost you way more than it should have. Make sure you do your research. 17, learn something new. Any of these habits, when you put them into practice, can teach you something new. Think about that thing that you've been wanting to learn to do. There's probably a class online that you can take for it right now. And if you're interested in learning more about frugal living in a more formal way, stick around here, because in a few months, I'm going to start advertising a course that I'm developing on how to live more frugally. But right now, without waiting, there is something that you have been wanting to learn to do. What is it? What have you been wanting to learn to do? Tell me about it in the comments. Now is the time. Take advantage of whatever free time you have right now and learn something new. Numbers 18 and 19 really go together. Number 18 is use the library. If you are a person who loves to buy books, and I know many of you are, use the library as your first stop. Test out a book at the library and see if you want to purchase it. If you are the sort of person who has been trying to reduce your spending on books, The library is a perfect way to do that. Check out a book, check out an ebook, check out an audiobook. And a lot of places you can also check out movies, either streaming or old school on DVD. There's a whole world that awaits you at the library. Go find out and check it out. And then make your own entertainment. That's number 19. There's always something that you can do to entertain yourself. It could be the wonderful things that you're learning from all of these habits. It could be something entirely different. Maybe you want to varnish a table. Maybe you want to stage a play. Maybe you want to sew a dress. Whatever it is, make your own entertainment. Last but certainly not least, seek peace of mind. In the decluttering video that I shared with you a few weeks ago, we had a wonderful conversation in the comments about how one of the most important things that we can declutter is all of the stuff in our brains that just takes up space, that takes away our hope, that takes away our ability to plan for the future. Seek peace of mind. I love the blog Zen Habits, written by Leo Babauta. If you haven't checked it out, I would encourage you to. Learn how to clear out the mental clutter and breathe easy and breathe deep and seek peace of mind. When you have peace of mind, then you are okay as you are. And you don't have to go shopping just to make yourself feel better. You already feel at peace. I have a bonus tip for you, and the bonus tip is this. Roll with the punches. Expect changes, expect distractions, expect interruptions, expect entire disruptions as you are on your way. Take those things not as a sign of problems. They are not a sign that you are doing something wrong. No, no, no. They are a sign of progress. When you take a few steps forward and discover an obstacle that you have to clear out of the way, you know what that means? It means you've taken a few steps forward. Part of the journey is working with the changes that come as we start to make changes. So have courage. You can do it. Speaking of courage, one of my favorite quotes by Marianne Rademacher is this. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes it's the quiet voice at the end of the day whispering, I will try again tomorrow. My question of the day for you is, which of these 20 habits are you going to find the courage to try today? Or which habit did I leave out? What habit were you waiting for me to talk about and I missed it? Tell me down below in the comments. I can't wait to hear from you. Wherever you are on your frugal living journey, I am so proud of you. Take the next step, whatever the next step is for you, and know that you are not alone. Live frugally, change your life, and you will change your world. I can't wait to see you again soon. Bye-bye.